Thank you. Sally Dymek as Jessica. I've set up a meeting with you and John Dockery tomorrow.
Dockery? He's Scadden's biggest client.
Not anymore. He's looking around. He asked for a preliminary interview. He wants an evaluation of his corporate structure, and he wants to assess where he's vulnerable to takeover. So I want you to charm him and to close him.
Consider it done.
Miss, you are looking at the best closer you have ever seen.
Jessica, please, you're embarrassing me. Closer, huh? Baseball? Attorney. I close situations. So all you care about is money. I do it for the children. Handsome, wealthy, and funny. What do you think, you're some kind of superhero? I don't like to toot my own horn. I feel like that question is best answered by one of the many people whose lives I've saved. I'm Lisa. Harvey. Well, Harvey, I don't usually do this, but I'm off in 10 minutes. You want to take me out for a drink? Your timing couldn't be more perfect. Jessica here was just leaving.
The point is, I can see myself stepping down as managing partner in about 5 years.
Seems like it's only been 10 minutes since I handed the reins to you.
Yes, well, 100 years goes by rather quickly.
What's the matter?
I don't know how to pick my successor. I mean, how did you know who was your successor?
The truth? My gut. It told me you were the only one with the balls for the job.
Well, that's true. That's what I thought you were going to say, but I'm having a hard time. My gut tells me one thing, and my heart tells me that Harvey's not ready yet.
What's he missing?
Compassion.
Makes sense. The killer instinct that makes him a great lawyer is what concerns you about making him managing partner.
Exactly. What makes him a great partner is what's keeping him from sharing himself with the other partners. It keeps him from caring about the clients. Compassion is holding him back from being the best lawyer that he could be and the head of managing partners.
You know, you weren't completely ready, and he does have some years to learn.
Well, I don't know how he can learn that. How do you learn compassion? How do you learn it?
What are you going to do about it?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
A man's missing compassion? How? I'd shove it down his throat.
Okay. I imagine the opportunity will present itself.
"9:30. Nice of you to join us, Harvey. And I see you're dressed like a pimp. My bad, Lewis. I was out late after the huge deal I closed for the firm. And when I woke up, this was the suit your wife picked out for me."
Moving along, Harvey. Interviews at the Ritz tomorrow.
What? Why didn't we just hire that Harvard summer intern douche?
Well, I think if you listen to the phrasing of your question, you'll have an answer.
What do you expect from Harvard? Book smarts, not street smarts. We need people with balls who can think on their feet, not another clone with a rod up his ass. Harvey, the fact that we only hire from Harvard gives us a cash that's more valuable than a kid from sunny Binghamton. Lewis, if you're going to talk out of your ass, you have to remove the rod.
Well, you went to Harvard Law.
I'm an exception.
Well, find another one.
Then let me skip the recruiting. I work alone anyway.
I would, Harvey, but you know, everyone has to have an associate working with them. It's a
What?
rule.
I deserve that partnership. I run the lower level associates, my billable hours destroy his, and I am here night and day doing whatever's asked of me instead of swanning in and out whenever I please. I have to admit, he does make me sound very swan-like. Watch it, Harvey. You're not partner yet, and I've been an attorney here for 2 years longer than you. Yet the only skill you have developed is kissing Jessica's ass.
Harvey, you won. Louis, shut up. Come on, guys, make nice.
Louis, I'm sorry. I was out of line with the ass kissing comment, and I apologize. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to call your wife and tell her the man she loves just made partner. What? Too far? Come on, it's my way of showing there's no hard feelings.
Gerald Tate fired the firm
What? When?
an hour ago when you were supposed to be here.
So you're taking away my partnership?
Damn it, Harvey. Most managing partners would take you to the court. We would take you to the front of the ethics court and have your license revoked.
I lied to him to get him to do the right thing and honor his fucking contract.
Be that as it may, but you didn't get away with it. You can't justify lying to a client. It's that you can't do that. The same day you lie to a client, you lose the partnership, you lose a big client.
One client doesn't.
One client, we're in an academic downfall here. We're in a shitstorm. We're no one's going to see a lawyer anymore. No one's coming around to see a lawyer or to talk to attorneys anymore. They're just waiting. Need to accept that. You know, if you hadn't humiliated the man, if you hadn't embarrassed him and then humiliated him and called him out in front of everybody, then maybe you could have made this up somehow, but you can't. You have to accept that.
If you hadn't done as much for me as you have, I'd be heading for the door.
Well, if I hadn't done as much as you if I hadn't done as much for you as I have, I'd be throwing you out the window now, Harvey. Remember who you were. Harvey, any shenanigans, any just tossing something out the window, any handing anything to a grunt instead of taking care of it yourself, any sliding off and looking for some other way or some other thing instead of looking up the actual law, any kind of lying, any kind of conniving, any kind of backdoor deals, anything that goes beyond doing the job that you're supposed to do, that you're hired for, that I hired you for right out of school, including covering your ass, and you're out. You're out of here.
Here's what's going to happen. You're going to tell that workman to put the partner back on my door, and that's the last we're going to talk about this.
And why is that?
Because if you don't, I'm going across town to join Cynthia Harris, and then I'm going to approach every client I've ever closed. I'm going to put my charm on them, and I'm going to take them with me.
And if you do that, you will force me to put you in front of the ethics board.
I don't think you'll put me in front of the ethics board.
And why not?
Because you were obligated to notify them the second you knew I lied to Gerald. But you didn't. You put me in front of the board now, you'll be up there with me.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that. Okay, I'll give you the partnership, but you're going to have to do something special for me.
Anything. What do you need?
Take on a pro bono.
Anything but that.
Come on, Harvey. We've all taken on a pro bono before. Everyone in the firm has done that, including myself. It's just how you can show people in the firm that you care about this job more than yourself.
I just did one.
Uh, that was 6 years ago.
You didn't let me finish. I was going to say I just did one 6 years ago.
Okay. Here's the file. You'll handle it yourself. You won't pass it on to the new kid.
Absolutely.
Good. You want pencils stenciled on the door or underlined or what?
Something subtle in neon.
I was just wondering, how is it going with the pro bono case?
Fantastic. I'm all over it.
That makes me happy because if I were to find out that you were handing it down to an associate who was handling it for you, I would be very upset.
I just talked to a witness into testifying.
Oh, yes. Yes. What's the witness's name? Uh-huh. I'm not an idiot. Don't treat me like one. You pawned off the case, didn't you?
I'm
To your
sorry,
associate.
but
No. No.
I've got higher profile cases that
Yes, I know that you do. I know because I gave them to you, Harvey. I know. I thought that you could handle this yourself. I thought that you could prove to the rest of the firm that you're one of us. Need I need to do I have to keep reminding you, or do I have to bring it up in private so that you're not embarrassed that you came to me as a 28-year-old. You came to me as a 28-year-old who said he wanted to go to Harvard Law. And who put you there? Who sponsored you? I did.
and you've benefited from that ever since. I closed Dockery for you yesterday, and I can't make time to.
You made a promise to me. You made a promise, and now it's time for you to keep it. Do you want to go further with this firm or not? Let me tell you, it's not professional what you're doing. Just getting by is not professional. You made your bed, and you better fucking win.
Jessica, did you think he was going to change overnight?
I'm worried that he isn't going to change at all. And then I'll lose the best attorney I've got.
If you care about Harvey, putting him through the ringer is his only chance.
Well, I always felt that when I was coming up, that the women we weren't treated that well. So I've decided to be kinder to our associates as they're coming up.
Those cheap shots,
Yes.
they
Yeah.
forged you into the woman you are today.
Mm-hmm. Well, my point is that you get hazed coming up, and then you get in and you become an associate or a leader, and then you or a partner, and then you haze the next guy. I just never thought that was fair. That's
And
why I was kind to the associates I talked to.
then you need to learn to be harder so Harvey can learn to be softer.
Okay. Yes, sir.
You know we won.
Frankly, Harvey, I don't care.
I broke a promise to you. I'm sorry.
Well, then make it up to me.
This is a criminal case. I don't.
The man's innocent. He's got a family.
You took my partnership away, folded it instantly when I threatened you, then asked me to take a pro bono. Now you're asking me to do this?
I'm not saying you can't still do the fun stuff. And this is a paying case.
What I'm wondering is, have you just been manipulating me this whole time into some kind of personal growth?
Am I smart enough to do that?
Is this the last one?
I don't make promises I don't keep. End.